What it do, Kripple Krew, and welcome to the final live stream before Blade Show Atlanta. That's right, crew. This is the final countdown. With only 3 days to go until the kickoff of the biggest knife party of the year, and only 2 days until I fly out and I hit the ground running, we'll say. I am so stoked, and I'm wondering if y'all are as hype as I am. We're going to be talking about a lot of things from Blade Show, including things that have already been announced, like the Little Dixon, or all the dope fire that Demco is bringing that they have shown. We've also seen the Spider Go is bringing back. Blade HQ is bringing back the Tanto PM2. And Microtech just yesterday announced the mini LUDT RAM lock. No, the RAM lock. I don't think it was a mini. It's just a RAM lock LUDT. Massive announcements already. On top of a new lock from QSP, Kershaw and ZT just showed what they're bringing. I want to know what y'all are most excited for. And FerraMonster and Wixco. Ooh, there's going to be some new knives popping. You're going to want to drop by booth 2406 to meet Mrs. Davis and I, as well as see the new fire that Wixco and FerraMonster are bringing. I know that y'all really dug the Reaver and the Jugger. FerraMonster and Wixco both are going to bring the heat. And each day, Friday and Saturday, that Mrs. Deadly and I are there, each day that we are there, there's going to be multiple giveaways. So make sure you come by booth 2406. Yo, I love y'all. And I appreciate everybody that's here with me today, as well as everybody that watches these on the replay. Just so you know right now, if you are in a vertical chat or a vertical stream, there is a horizontal going on right now. That link is in the pinned comment. Let's get to the top of the chat. And I saw that my homies, Henry G, a member of Kripple Krew Inc., my brother Mun, member of Kripple Krew Inc., dropping them badass emojis. Marco, member of Kripple Krew Inc., and the Jake were all the first. They were the first in the chat this morning. Before the live got going, we also had, let's see, Don and Chris Lowry. I'm Mike Lowry. What it do? Fluffing it, homie, I'm stoked too. Aaron, what's going on, my man? If you are in the vertical stream still, because I see that's where you started, you can pop over to that horizontal if you want to see everything that's on the table. You're only seeing a few of the knives right now and only part of the screen if you're in that vertical. Folks, I don't know if you saw today, but my homie Fabster Ron and Geo announced a titanium version of one of his models that was previously available. I'm stoked for that. I have to say, Fabster Ron and Geo seems to be a win every time. And Geo has found, well, Kubi, because that's the OEM, has found that secret sauce when it comes to crossbars and washers and perfect action. So my homie Boz Beast pulled one of these apart that he just got, and he said the washer on the blade side is already polished. Now, I've been so busy that I haven't taken this apart yet to look at mine, but I know that when I got this out of the box, I thought it had bearings. I thought they had switched it up, and I was actually almost disappointed until I looked at the knife, and I was like, no, it's still washers, because there was zero break-in period. All right, enough of that. Let's continue on with the good mornings. Clint freaking Crosby, what's going on, my man? Want to know why Knives member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Yeah, this is the first year that Mrs. Deebs and I get to attend Blade Show Atlanta. Like I said, last year we went to Blade Show West. I've talked about that. And that was awesome, but that's only a fraction of Blade Show Atlanta. And there's not nearly the new drops as there is in Atlanta, because it's the biggest show. That's where the biggest fire comes out. And last 2 years, honestly, I've lived vicariously through, the YouTube homies, just watching their coverage. And I sit there and I salivate and I'm like, oh, I want to be there. And this year it's happening. We fly out in 2 days and we are excited AF. And I got to give a huge shout out to my homies at FerraMonster and Wixco for sponsoring our travel out there to work with them at their first ever Blade show of any kind in the US. So, really excited for this, and big shout out to the homies at FerraMonster and Wixco. If you want to grab your DBD Glideman, use code DBD to save 10%. All right, we're going to continue. Taylor Hardness, what it do? He says, get hard, foe. Member of Kripple Krew Inc. says, I'm just going for the free stickers. Well, Mrs. Deadly and I came back with multiple bags. We came back with like 4 Civi of the Wii and Civivi big bags. 2 of the Spyderco, no, 3 of the Spydercos, and like all of them had stacks of stickers. And I mean, it's not like we were, taking the like extras or grab, sneakily taking extras. We were telling them that we were grabbing stuff for giveaways, and we got loaded up. Yo, Taylor Hardness. That was insane yesterday. Seeing that Guardian Tactical LMAX being ran at a much higher HRC than their Magnamax. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, Taylor. Pouting right now, and I appreciate you not ruining my pouting session with your happy Blade Show antics. So, Jake, there will be 6 to 8 permanent dimples on the blade, but they will be on the tang of the blade, and he will, depending on the knife, as much as possible, try to hide them behind the scale. Now, it doesn't work for every knife for it to be hidden, but most knives, he can put it where it will be hidden on the tang of the blade, and there will be 6 to 8 dimples, 3 to 4 on each side. Little dimples. I wish I had one that looked like, the dimple on the tang where the detent ball goes. They're smaller than that, and there will be, most likely you won't even be able to see them when the knife is put together. They don't damage the knife, but it will be there forever. I think that's the best explanation I can do with it. BNA, the human cheat code, member of Kripple Krew Inc. I'm so freaking excited to see what TRM is bringing, the scales that they gave us a glimpse of. Make their previous lizard skin milling look almost amateur. This is some of the finest and most detailed milling that I have ever seen. Hardest to program on a CNC machine milling that I have ever seen. And those scales that they are bringing make this look. Oh man, they're just insane. That's all I can say. I can't remember BNA. Are you going? Baz Beast, my brother from a Dutch mother. What it do? Things are sounding much better with the new mic. I see you're getting a lot of more confident. Angle looking good. I mean, your stuff's coming out. You're doing really well with the channel, homie. Dropping them badass emojis. Big Mark, my man, what it do? Are you gonna be in the ATL? The hardest member of Kripple Krew. Which has allowed automatically to travel. Oh, yeah, man. What's the closest one to you, Gabe? It's good to see you, my brother. Authentic Sage Connections, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, sis? Hope you're having a killer day. Carry of the day. Cold Steel Espada XL and Code 4 Spear Point. Man, the Espada XL makes that Code 4 Spear Point look like a child's knife. Lone Star Cowboy with the pocket sword. What it do? Mike John, what's going on, homie? Appreciate that, my man. Fred the frickin' Lug, member of Kripple Krew Inc. Looking forward to meeting you, brother. Hope you're having a killer day. Matt Maurer, what it do? So, for anybody that is going, Thursday evening after we get in, Mrs. Deebs and I got to get with TRM. And then after that, I'm guessing after 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish, we'll be in the pit for a little bit, wandering around, saying hi to whoever's there. And then, besides being at booth 2406 on both Friday and Saturday, working with my homeboys at FerraMonster and Wixco, we will also be in the pit after the show in the evenings. Do you know what size bearings? I do not, homie. I do not. Let's see, scrolling. Blue Minati Ninja. My brother, the sneakiest freaking member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do, brother? Much love. You fly out tomorrow in the AM? Hell yeah. Yeah, we bounce out Thursday morning. Sean Bats, what's up, brother? Says Trouble Bunny and I leave tomorrow morning. Oh, can't wait to meet you too, brother. That's gonna be dope. Oh, I forgot they did go to SHOT Show this year, but this is their first Blade show. Yes, that's right. They were at SHOT Show, but this is their first Blade show. They've been on the waiting list trying to get a table or a booth, and this is their first year with the Blade Show series of shows, or the first ever with those. Yeah, no, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant because SHOT Show was February. Scrolling. Found a living movie. Are you talking about the new one with the rock texture blade and the little BB maze inside the scale to fidget with, like our old school watches and such? Or anything had a maze. Yeah, I remember for a while they're slapping those little things on a lot of stuff. My DBD dish glideman is in pocket position number 1. Pow! Love it, brother. Love it. And love to freaking hear it. Ah! So excited for what could come out of the show this year. My brother, I saw you was the first one in as per usual. You know I love you. MG member Kripple Krew Inc. Mick Effin Ranger, member of Kripple Krew Inc. with the badass emoji. What it do? The purpose of the dimples, it's a badge of honor. I love it. I love it. The dimples themselves don't serve a purpose. The dimples that are placed by the machine when it presses down into the blade to determine the HRC. It's a Rockwell testing machine that determines the HRC of the blade by pressing down into it. And it leaves that dimple as it presses in. And it goes the same depth every time. And that's how it can measure the HRC of the blade. So the dimples don't serve a purpose, the ones that are added. The first dimple that I talked about, where the detent ball goes. So on the tang of the blade, you can see right here in the lock bar, you can see that hole. Well, on the other side of that hole, there is a little ball bearing. And that is pressing against the blade to keep pressure on it so it doesn't fall out, and so that there's resistance when I flick that blade out. So the detent is what helps keep it closed when you're not using it, and provides the resistance when you are opening it. On the tang of the blade, where in the closed position where it rests, you can see the detent settling in there. That little ball is resting in a little dimple on the tang of the blade. That one serves a purpose. The ones that are added during testing don't. But again, he attempts to hide them behind the scale so that you'll never see them. Just like you don't see the dimple for the detent ball. Hope that made sense. Though I do like Lone Star Dial, boys. Much simpler. Ha. Absolutely. Man. The stuff our brother does. And not just the stuff that everybody sees. The stuff that he does behind the scenes. Yeah, man. You can't say enough about our brother Blue. One Moon Collective. He says, what up, member of Kripple Krew Inc. By the way, he says, what up, all? Can't really see my screen. He's sitting on a bench street vending. Hell yeah, pushing that art. That's dope, brother. If he doesn't tag you, it's not because he doesn't love you. It's because he's trying to make that money. Roger that, B&A. Only going to be there Saturday. Hey man, I get it. I get it. It was not inexpensive. The funds that we got to sponsor our travel covered our airfare and part of the hotel, or we could say covered the airfare and our rental. But yeah, the room was not inexpensive, and we're not even staying at one of the hotels that touches the convention center. We are just across the highway in another hotel. But I get it. But make sure you drop by booth 2406, and then we'll have to hook up in the pit later on Saturday. It's Saturday night you're staying, or are you staying Friday night and taking off after the show Saturday? Free shipping for a limited time. No AI, no clip art, all original art. I spent countless hours bringing it to life. Go to One Moon Collective's Etsy shop. If you use that link, it'll put in the coupon code Kripple10. Trying to make an extra word, brother. I think I already asked you that, but I've asked so many people at this point. Yeah, dropping when you see the mods dropping these links, check out what they dropping. They're either dropping awesome channels or they're dropping gear from folks in the community. Gonna be doing a graduation thing for my second oldest daughter, Nadine. Yay. Real proud of her. I would like to get skips for the Numb Knife Works one I have coming as soon as I can. Just shoot Nick a DM on Instagram. It might take him a minute because this is Blade Show week and I don't know what day he's traveling. I'm sure actually he's probably, if he's not traveling today, he's definitely traveling tomorrow. But he's also worried about getting everything lined up for the booth. And, he's got that, he just had that drop. So it might take him a minute to reply, but he will get back to you. Setting up booths on Thursday. Hell yeah, who you setting up for, homie? Yeah, but I would still love to check out like IKE and or whatever it's called. You guys do have some really cool shows over there. Matt Conklin, member of Kripple Krew Inc., dropping those badass emojis. What it do, brother? Hot as hell out here trying to get my workout and make some sales because social media is dead. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Took a small road trip yesterday to Pennsylvania to meet with a custom knife maker. Yo, that's dope. HRC. So HRC is a value of the hardness of the steel. It's one of the values on the Rockwall scale. Taylor could describe it better, but every steel has a recommended or a preferred HRC range. Like for MagnaCut, this steel right here, we like to see this at 63, 64 HRC. The harder the HRC on this. Now you don't want to start going above that because then you start losing some of the other, some of the best properties of the steel. So some knives, like say 14C28N, is a steel that can be, that the recommended range is much lower, 58 to 60. And when we see over 60, we get a little bit of a chub because it rarely happens. Because it's really not necessary for that steel. And so each steel that you see has a different recommended hardness value on the HRC scale. And some knives publish what they say is the HRC range of the blade because there's variations in heat treatment. Knives that, stay in longer, say they're heat treating larger batches. The knives that come out first are most likely going to be a slightly lower HRC than the knives that are in there in the oven longer, in the furnace longer. So now some companies like TIRM and other makers like McNeese heat treat their steels in small batches, so it's much more tightly controlled and they can really control it. Some companies, and we are finding out some companies, not only, we already knew that larger mass produced companies were doing the heat treating in large batches, but you always should heat treat each steel type separately because, like I said, there's different recommended values. We're finding out that some of the biggest companies from China have been, at least one of the largest has been heat treating multiple steels together in large batches. And so when he's testing the HRC value on them, he's getting wild swings from somewhere near where it's supposed to be to way, way softer. And when a steel is not run at the proper HRC, you're not going to get the best properties. You're not going to get very good edge retention. It's not going to get the proper toughness if it's not heat treated right. There will be Urban EDC Integrals coming out later this year. Oh, those are going to be sexy and expensive. KC, what's up, Knives Fast? He says real detents forever. KC hates crossbar locks because they don't have a detent ball. KC from Knives Fast is bringing some serious heat this year, folks. Serious heat. Hey KC, what's your booth number? I know I can pull it up, but what's your booth number, homie? Not just looks at new products, but some of the he's got wow, great English there. He's bringing some one-offs of different models, like he has some custom tornadoes, not custom, but yeah, I guess they would be customized. We could call them one-offs. Tornadoes that look so sexy. And KC had some sick shirts made that I think will be for sale at Blade Show. Make sure you drop by, KC. We do have a horizontal where most of up there you are, BAP. Hey, I appreciate you popping in, brother. I know you are slammed getting ready for Blade Show yourself. Thank you, Buzz Beast. I will show that in just a moment. Then that will flying back early Sunday morning. Okay, so we can kick it sometime Saturday night for a little bit. Gonna be funny for the guys who haven't seen your face yet. Yeah. Most folks have never seen me. There are a few folks. There's a couple who I met at Blade Show West, but there's a few folks, less than 10, who I have video chatted with, and they've seen my face. It's funny because once I meet people, I always ask them what they pictured, and it's always interesting. As far as Nick goes, not only is it Blade Show week, but he's a numbskull. True that. And yes, I think he should make those knives or those shirts. Yo, did Matt Conklin say he just got his endorsement? About to go take this. Hell yeah! Kick ass, brother. That's awesome. Gonna get your endorsement. Gareth H.B. Ooh! Member of Kripple Krew for 17 freaking months. Gets the double flag salute. And just for Gareth, we'll pull out. Ew. Hey, that sounded real bad. We'll grab a fifth pocket knife. He says, so you got a new rental? I'm going to tell the blues. We'll pull out the Growler XL. Over 9 inches of thunk. A Gareth fifth pocket knife. We'll do that by the mic for the acoustic salute. Folks, I can't wait to handle a Mega Growler and a Mega Boy. Just insane. Appreciate your support, brother. Much love. Gareth is my brother from a South African mother. Coming in mid-afternoon Thursday, setting up the table. Hell yeah. What booth number? Did you drop it, homie? I'll pull it up and look for it if you got to get back to work. Record a minute for 14C. Is that the same number that's on the Knife Steel Nerds chart? Hey man, brother Jamie, what it do? I hope you are having a phenomenal day. I try. That's what we are here for, is answering questions. If I don't know the answer to something, somebody in here does. Jay Wesley, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? All my homies hate crossbar locks, crossbar fatigue. You know, I was really getting that way. The Bulldog Rev B pulled me out of it for a little while because I love this knife so much. And it does feel great. But then everything I felt after it kept feeling so soft. Until I got in the Geo Knife Noxes. And I saw that they understand the proper way to notch a detent or notch the tang for a crossbar lock to create a true detent. And not only does it hold very well, but it's just as snappy as any frame lock or liner lock. And then this, the exact same. It's done phenomenally well on the Geo Knife Baloof. Great hold. And snappy AF. There are different ways to do a detent. I know a detent ball is what most people are looking for. But when done properly, when the tang is machined properly and the knife is set up properly so that interacting with your crossbar is the stop pin, then you can get a great feeling. So I'm not out there looking for crossbar locks, but I will say I love these Geo Knife crossbars, and I've been carrying the hell out of them. 5 double D. Roger that. Thin but endowed. Well endowed. Gotcha. 5 double D. I'll be at 2406 most of the day on Friday and Saturday with Mrs. Deadly, since we'll be working the booth, and then Sunday we'll be all around. On the Edge EDC. Member of Kripple Krew Inc. for 8 months says, hey, all glad to be here. Brother, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to have your support. I appreciate you. You know what? We're going to give the acoustic salute with that Geonoxes by Homie Fabs to run. Listen to this. So snappy. You gotta feel one of these, Taylor. You know what? I'll have this on me probably, at least in my backpack, if I've taken it out of the pocket for other stuff at the moment. Pockets fluctuate during the show, of course, but I will bring this specifically so you can feel. Yay, yay, yay. Take it easy, KC. Have a phenomenal day. Travel safe. And I look forward to chatting with you, brother. Cardio version went fine. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And we'll pray for a good recovery and that the next process or the next procedure goes well also. Yes, table 18W, Francois Martin, makes beautiful South African custom knives. You know what? I need to write down a couple of table numbers real quick. I'm going to write down 5 double D is KC. 18 dub is Francois. 2313 is Num. All right. Just make a list of some of the booths I have to remember to go to no matter what. Because it's going to be crazy. This will be in Salt Lake City. Blade Show West is held in the convention center. And you get one big room, but it's not even the largest room in their convention center. And everything it's big. It's big, the room. But Blade Show Atlanta is so large. There is multiple packed large booth conference halls. All right, we'll be going to Instagram in just a moment. Yeah, you walk backwards and people are like, damn, he looks good. You turn around and they're like, oh, what the hell? Oh, that's awesome. What has it been in the process of being some work? Dropping the badass emojis. That's my fifth pocket. Hey, have a killer day, brother. I will talk to you later. Much love. Dropping them badass emojis. Getting ready to go back to work. Well, hope the rest of your day goes well, brother. Yes. Yes. First cars shouldn't be expensive. That's what matters. Everything works. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. It's party time. Excellent. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. You cannot like any access locks. I cannot like any frame locks. There's so many other types in all knives. Yes, exactly. You know, and it's funny because for a while, you guys know that my hands get spastic on me quite like often, all the time. And frame locks were what kept getting me the most because if I did it this way, you know, if I tried dropping it this way, my hands would spaz. And if it was a guillotine, I'd end up letting it fall on me. If I moved the lock over like this and had my finger under the blade, oftentimes my finger spazzes, you know, push the blade closed. So I do, you know, have to be more careful with frame locks. I prefer finger safe locks, but for a while I wouldn't purchase any frame locks. And I didn't keep frame locks. And now I have quite a few that I appreciate. Is it my favorite style of lock? No. I still prefer many other locks, but I have come to appreciate a well done frame lock again. Just got tracking for the Geo you ordered, actually. Hell, yeah. Man, I get it. Life is crazy all the time. I wanted to go the last 2 years and there was no chance. Tell him I said, what it do, Pops? Said my love. Giveaway coming soon from 101 Knives. Ooh-wee. Joe, Isabella is limping but still pimping. You know, that's what we do in the crew. Good to see you, brother. Shout out to Chicago Knife Works, underrepresented, but they had 2 of my grails in stock, but they sell quick. Speedy shipping also blew my mind. Awesome. Later, hey man. Much love, brother. My giveaway is your choice. Ooh, that's a crazy giveaway. That's a crazy giveaway. You don't want to miss that, folks. Want to know why Knife dropping them badass emojis? You only sold the SOCOM Elite because it was tipped down, huh? Now I'm back to 0 knives that are tipped down that I carry. I'm going to get it out of the box real quick and share it just so you can see it one more time before it ships out today. Wow. That's a whack, though. On a mic. Yes, this was the only tip down in the rotation. Back to all tip up. Such an awesome knife. I'm gonna quit playing with it now since it's going to you and its new home. But one more look. Ooh. Yes, sir. Look at that bad boy. That boy for life. Just listen to the D10. Dunk. When it locks in. Oof. Whoop. What did I just do? Nothing I meant to do. There we go. Catching up because I clicked and popped up. I used to hate frame locks because I thought they were no different than liner locks, which always struck me as cheap. I still prefer a good liner lock to a frame lock. Love you, baby. I like a good inset liner lock versus a frame lock, personally. But again, that's preferences. What it do? Clayton from Burning Stables Forge dropping their badass emojis. Good to see you, brother, and looking forward to seeing you in person in a couple days. Oh, yeah, you're finally gonna get your Aries. I only reviewed it like a year and a half ago. See, that's the best thing about knives these days. We can all grab what we love. Just as here, let me move this, bud. Just as I was getting absolutely tired of plunge locks, we started getting button liners, button frames, and top liners. And it's like, oh yeah, because I love the actuation of a button lock. You know, using my thumb often is the easiest way to actuate. Whether it be thumb stud and a button lock, like, yeah. And so I love seeing the new types of locks that are all button actuated and the proliferation of them. Cole Bonnie, what is going on? Good to see you. More badass emojis. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later. Have a great day, sis. Think the Apostle Solstice is liner lock too, but I don't see it. Yeah, it comes down to preference. That's really what it comes down to. And the knife has to be well executed. There are knives with lock styles that I like, but I hate the knife, or it feels bad. It has to be well executed on top of whatever lock system you get in. Robert Jones, member of Kripple Krew Inc. What it do? Good to see you. He says he's kind of working. So if he doesn't end up tagging everybody, it's because he's got half his attention diverted, or maybe like a tenth of his attention on work and the rest on knives, like it should be. Yes. Choice from 5 knives. There you go. There you go. Do you want to tuck? Do you want to tuck in your soft Nike? Yeah. Okay, we goes tuck in. Yeah, pretty girl. Yeah, pretty boy. That's my good dogs. I love you guys. Right quick. The Wiggle Butt says hello. And Big Old Saint. What's up, buddy? Yeah, there's the pretty puppies just chilling. Chilling on their beds with daddy in the office. She said, get that camera off of me. Man, this phone is starting to get hot. Hell yeah, Gareth, that's dope. Neil to the Mac, member of Kripple Krew Inc. Oh man, I keep clicking that stupid button right next to the chat. Where did you go? Don't hide from me, Neil Mac. There you are. What it do? Good to see you, brother. Hey, all popping in. Dave, looking forward to BS driving and lurking. Good to see you, brother Aries. Scott is currently driving, so if he doesn't tag y'all, it's because he's trying not to die, folks. You know, be bringing Aries EDC with me to Blade Show. I don't travel anywhere without Aries EDC fixies, Lagata, and Agape. We're live with Donnie working on your knife right now, bro. Ha! What it do, brother? That is dope. Dropping in badass emojis. Folks, I am so excited. Our brother Clayton is in the process that thwack of making me a custom Caius. Well, all of his Caius are custom, obviously, but in beautiful copper Damascus. And it's got all the jimping in the world, nice thick blade stock, but the first Caius with a hollow grind. And he went deep. Ha ha ha. That's what she said. I am so stoked. So stoked for that, brother. Also, can't wait to burn with my brother Donnie. I'll be, dude, exactly. Exactly. It's why I have to carry variety and have to have a variety. Not only do I go through phases of what I'm liking best right now, but I also have times when there are days when certain locks just don't work with my hands. Love variety. All right, have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you popping in, Neil. Callie's Mismatch stopped in to say a quick hi to everybody. Hit the like button, all that jazz. Got 2 large meatloaves in the oven. And she's all types of busy. So she's not going to be able to tag everybody. But we love you, Callie. Appreciate you popping in. Need some iron? Don't. I want to know what HOC the M390 is testing out on the Geoknife Baloof. Well, I can tell you that I'm really expecting the Geo and M390. All they're doing right now is M390. And the one that Taylor just ordered, I'm guessing is going to come in where all the new Kubies are landing. So, I mean, they're being OEM'd by Kubi. Let's pop up the Steel Hardness Lab. And I'm just curious. I'm going to pop up Kubi and look at Kubi M390. 60.2, 60.6 on the Atlas and Momentum. I am happy with that. I'm guessing it's going to be the same, but we shall see. I highly recommend the Baloof. Even if you don't like Ultim, the G10 ones look great. If you're a Kubi fan or if you follow Kubi, you know that they have really stepped their game up in the last couple of years. Kubi and KB has been one of the more impressive to me in the last couple of years. This Geo knife, Both of these feel better than any of the Kubi crossbars. And Kubi was already doing a great job. Here's the Bluff, a budget Kubi from a couple of years ago. Snappy, nice action. Not quite. Now it's still a good, strong detent, and they were. Let's see how it looks. They were milling it almost as well, almost as sharp back there. But now these feel even better. And of course, they are adjustable with 3 spots on either side. This is currently in the least tension position and is snappy as hell. That little mini poon with the jimping really works to let you lock in on the Baloof. Gives you absolutely that little big knife vibe that you know I love. May have some with me as well. Ground Fog, what's up, brother? I see you stabbing that like button on both sides, and I appreciate you. Folks, if you are lurking, if there's anybody lurking in that vertical chat or in the vertical live stream, and you're only seeing a portion of my screen, then if you want to pop over to where the rest of the crew is hanging out and see everything on the table, then jump over to the horizontal. TRM really did kill the Bulldog. The Rev B, specifically. The original Bulldog, I was not a huge fan of. You can see it in my first video. It was well made. It just, I didn't fall in love. This, I did fall in love with. And then the Pitbull. Oh, the Pitbull. The Pitbull is amazing. The Pitbull, that is amazing. The Bulldog was my knife of the year 2025. This stands a good chance of being my overall knife of the year 2026. And I didn't think I could say that about an automatic. Absolutely hit up Kelly for your paracord needs. Yay, yay, brother. You know we're gonna. Got to get that burn on. Yes. Yeah, they don't. So they don't like to say that they are. They will deny it, actually. Even their social media person will even deny that they're Kubi OEM'd. But as soon as they dropped, everybody knew. We could tell. For one, their website was linked to the Kubi website. On top of the fact that their website looked exactly like Kubi's. Just like the way Artisan has CJRB on the same website. Well, that's how Kubi was. You could click Geo through the Kubi website. And still to this day, they're not on the Kubi website anymore. But still to this day, if you buy a Geo knife, you'll see that the payment processed through Kubi. So they are a subdivision of Kubi. I can't confirm the rumor, or not rumor. I can't confirm personally the information that I was told, but I was told that this was started by the spouse of the main guy at Kubi. No, it's absolutely worth it. That this quality with M390 and either G10 or Ultim for less than $100 is a great deal. And just like Kubi, they show up, whoop, that was me, with a great edge on them. It is a short edge, but if I choke up in that coil, I can get through with no worries. And this one has been carried quite a bit already. And I haven't stropped it yet. But I highly recommend Geo. You guys know that I support Fabster Run, my brother Fab. But even if you're not grabbing one of his designs from Geo, I recommend checking them out. There is a Jonathan Jordan design. Oh, Jonathan, wow. Wow, I just totally Americanized my homie Johan Jordan. There's a Johan Jordan designed Komodo there. There's designs by Poltergeist Blade Works. Worth checking out. But this has quickly made its way into the rotation as my favorite, or not favorite, but one of my top fifth pocket knife size carries. I love to have a small knife on me. And this one, I put my enjoyment of this in the same category as the Native 5. I'm Native 5. Wow. Lil Native. And some of like the mini sheepdog, some of my favorite fifth pockets. I would put this there. This is, it kind of, if you didn't like the fact that the baby banter gave up so much blade in the choil, well, here we go. Now you can use all of that smaller blade. You still do have a decent sharpening choil. They just didn't try to make it a finger choil, but it gives you plenty of room to choke up on that blade. The Baloof is fire. At first, and I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that they were only dropping crossbars in M390, I was like, man, I'm not all that excited until I started getting them. Ordered one. Hell yeah. Why? Well, there we go. That's awesome. Berkeley Cerakote. What it do, homie? What it do? How are you, my friend? We're just about to ask if the Omega was adjustable. Yes. So, their Omega springs are adjustable, and you get an extra set with all of their knives. Like Kaiser used to do, but stopped doing. You get an extra Omega set just in case with every knife. And so far, they just feel very, very good. Have to register autos in my state, so I tend to stay away, but it's hard because they're just so sick. Oh, that sucks. You have to register. See, this state doesn't even allow you to carry them out of the house. Even homie BDB stay not giving a fart. But this state, I didn't know there was a state you had to register them. Oh, yeah, Illinois. Illinois is horrible. Chicago's worse. Chicago, because theirs even tighter than the rest of the state. Yeah, I would never, ever. I have zero desire to ever visit your state or your city. No offense, my friend. They would have been. Because they would have gained like instant cred, and people would have trusted them more right off the bat. But I'm guessing she wanted to do her own thing on her own, like raise it on her own. And so they've instead tried to set themselves apart. I don't know if it's a bet between them or or what. But I do agree that if folks knew right away about the connection, they would have felt much better. Yeah, it just sounds insane. Fabs to run. What it do, my brother? I see you're in the vertical. I'm a couple minutes behind. You might already be in the horizontal by the time I catch up. But most of the crew, including Boz, is in the horizontal. Yeah, I was kind of shining you up a little bit there. You guys know I've always dug my homie Fab's designs. But I've said it a few times now. Fab plus Geo equals win. Yeah, the Komodo looks awesome. I know Fab has one. 501. Yeah, gonna be doing that Baloof giveaway. Make sure you're following Baz's Instagram for your chance to win what is absolutely in the running for fifth pocket knife of the year for 2026. The Geo Knife Baloof. I'm in Indiana. I get flipping an RPG legally. Yeah, over 2.5. Wow. For now, Mick. Well, that's just nuts to me. For a knife. And yes, folks, that's fast. Ooh. That's fast. That's not automatic. That's not automatic. That's not automatic. That's not automatic. Oh no, I can open it fast upside down even. Yeah, automatic knife laws are so outdated because our manuals are just as fast, but even quicker to put away. Yeah, automatic knife laws that are still on the books are stupid. Sometimes you can't click it on the horizontal lives from a phone. You can't click the link. But if you want to see the horizontal, if you do want to bounce over there, you can grab it from my profile as well, or on my page, my channel. I know a lot of people were iffy about Geo at first. I mean, because there's so many new brands all the time popping up, and you never know. This is one of the reasons we need people like Taylor Hardness. You never know if they're doing it right. And so, of course, when Geo popped up with M390 for $69 with G10 or Ultim, or like just over 120, like 129, I think, for titanium and M390, of course, people were like, well, shoot, they can't be running that very well. But what that was just a new company doing loss leader pricing. They're trying to get their knives out doing the loss leader pricing. And then once they started building a name, they raised their prices on stuff. But they're still very, very fair. Gnarly Charlie. Good to see you, my man. What it do? Been a minute, homie. Yeah, Emerson Waves. Another. You don't even need an Emerson Wave. I have several knives that I can use the pocket clip very well. I mean the thumb stud perfectly and have it open in my hand as it pulls out of my knife, just like a wave function. But I can absolutely deploy this one with the wave-like feature from my pocket and in my hand, ready to go, way faster than I can pull. I mean, not way faster. We're talking about, but this is also, we're talking about when split seconds count. This knife is a knife I can have in my hand, open, ready to go, faster than any other knife in my collection. And but no, we still got to be scared of autos. Yeah, so easy. Deployments are so easy nowadays. Knife rights, absolutely. Support knife rights. I can't wait to talk to Doug Ritter again. Meeting Mr. Ritter at last year's Blade was so awesome. I was that was one of the only people that I was kind of starstruck with. And like, I never thought to even get a picture or video. He had the dopest jacket on. His family's tailor, is the tailor shop that was Elvis's tailor. He had the most insane jacket on, and he chatted with Mrs. Deebs and I for a while. And I never once thought to take a picture because I was so just interested. Fabster Run says I had it twisted. Geo has been OEMing for Kubi and started their own line. So this is kind of like a FerraMonster situation where they were OEMing for others, but then started their line FerraMonster. Yeah, Fabster Run has visited their factory. Don't forget to get your dope Kripple Krew gear and rep the crew or your disabled but deadly status. We've got some new stuff on there, including lightweight shirts for the summertime and the First Lady shirt, a Mrs. Deeb's shirt. Also helped them import their M390 from Austria. Yeah, M390 has become one of the least expensive of the super steels for the manufacturers. They prefer a discount over the standard price. So the 20% discount you get with code FABSTERON drops it down to what they were doing anyway. I didn't realize they were OEMing for Kubi. I had it backwards. Not surprised. I mean, I was a bit ripped during that discussion, and have been ripped many times since. It's there. Let me pop it up. Yo, why isn't it showing the Mrs. Deeb's collection? Blue, help! Blue, I made the shirt, the dude shirt, the lightweight. I made it public and I added it to the closed collection. And then I created a Mrs. Deadly collection and put her shirt in it. And I even made it public. I don't understand why it's not showing, brother. If you're still here, would you help me, please? Do help me, please, folks. I wouldn't have. Let me pull up the shop while we're looking, folks. I would not have this shop without our brother Illuminati Ninja. Well, you can get your there it is. It's right there's the shirt. So the first shirt that you see is the lightweight. We do have this logo on the regular DBD shirt, on the regular heavier shirt that people have already been buying. But I wanted to have a nice lightweight soft shirt for the summertime. You guys know I'm partial to the charcoal. Man, I was so I got this. I had Illuminati work with me this weekend. Our last week got the lightweight shirt uploaded and got the Mrs. Deadly logo made and the Mrs. Deadly shirts made. And then I ordered shirts and bandanas and a hat to have it all here for Blade Show. And it won't be in time. But you can get it's the first t-shirt is the lightweight, and then these are the normal t-shirts, which everybody loves. But again, I wanted summertime. Got your badass hoodies, got your got your shorts, show off your legs and your disabled but deadly status. Thank you, Blue. Love you, brother. And the Mrs. Deadly tee is specifically a ladies' tee. This is not a unisex. Oh. As it makes a fool of me. Unisex. But you got purple. Team purple, actually. You've got the dark gray heather. You can go army. You can be Mrs. Deadly's army. I like the charcoal, even olive. This one's army. You can go with the poip on poip. The white makes it pop. The white really makes the sleeve pop. Yeah, it still has the DBD logo on the sleeve. Or you can do the pink and purple. Plus, you've got your accessories like bandanas, flags, mugs. Somebody just ordered a mug today. Or the other day either yesterday or today. Water bottles, mo flags, plus the assortment of dad caps, trucker hats. We've got the waffle beanies, skull cap beanies, if you like them like I do. I prefer the skull cap to the taller waffles, but we've got both, plus more of the dad caps. You've got the OG logo and the new one available on the dad caps. So check out the Kripple Krew Gear Corner, folks. Christopher Hinckley, what's going on? Good to see you. Yeah, there will be more in there soon. But Hurley, he makes some Richard Simmons short shorts. Long sleeve lightweights. I do like a long sleeve lightweight in the summertime, especially, white or light gray. That would be dope. Love long lightweight long sleeve tees. So get some light sweet. I appreciate you, brother. I was starstruck when I met Nicole Kidman and her old husband was at a pool hall, they basically shut down, didn't let others join, party with everyone that was already there. That's dope. No, I meant lightweight short sleeve, brother. Kurt White. What it do? What it do? Let's take a look at some cripple carries. And I didn't get to the decent ball picture while she was still here, but I'll share it with her later. But let's see, y'all's. Whoops, helps if I pull up Instagram on the computer first. Can't share Instagram if it's not open. So we're going to start with B&A's carry. Check this beautiful American-made carry with the beautiful bodacious with what looks like AWT scales, I'm guessing, and a beautiful TRM tag along in Magna Cut and micarta. Looking good, brother. We've got the Vera Aura Knife Daily Carry Co. Pry, Wilder Hitchhiker Wallet, Olight Arkfeld, and Awesome Hank. Oof. That is one good looking carry. That's a cool shot too. So what do you think of the Vero Aura? And how much are those? Those I heard are supposed to be like under 100, right? I believe. Oh, just got the new. Is that a Manticore with the, or is that a Warhound with the with? I don't know which model that is with that crazy blade. Wait, that's Heretic, right? That's not a Manticore. Right. Oh, I don't know if I blah 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 blah. Taylor Hardness rocking the beautiful Best Tech Mini Taipan. I love that warning. Man, I love that warning. Robert Jones. Ooh, we rocking the Dixon. The 15V PM2 and with AWT scales and the gorgeous AB Dub slip joint, my favorite slip joint. Clint Crosby with the Thunderhead by KC and Knives Fast. That's the concept Thunderhead. I don't know if that's his carry. Oh, is that the blade? One of the Blaze Tantos? But I don't care about the knife. Look at the puppers. Mama Bella had a whole bunch of little Frenchy puppies, and they are so cute. So cute. Love the puppies. I don't even know why Instagram's tripping. But if you sent your Insta carry and we're not seeing, oh, there we go. Now it's showing more. Boz Beast carrying the Baloof and the 940. I think that's all the carries for the moment. If you want to send your cripple carry or cripple critter pictures to share with the crew. Yeah, the Thunderhead is one of my favorites of his. I reviewed it. I don't own it, but I like it a lot. Oh yeah, the Frenchies. They're so damn cute. Combat Troodon Hellhound Razor. Okay. So that was the Combat Troodon Hellhound Razor. Gotcha. I couldn't remember what the hell it was called. I have a couple of skull caps that are made that are cooling skull caps. For when it's hot, you get them wet, and put them under your cap. Or I wore them a lot under my helmet. I always had one on under my helmet, but in the summertime, well, a beanie sometimes in the winter, but in the summertime, I always had one of those cool caps under my helmet. It was just a skull cap that you soaked and it stayed cool for a while. I still use it when I get hot because with the nerve damage that I have to the vagus nerve, I don't handle hot, heat, or cold. My body doesn't regulate. And so being in the sun, even on a 70-degree day, if I'm standing in the sun, I'll overheat. Plus the medications for the nerve damage don't play well with sunshine. So I have some of the skull caps specifically for staying cool. Folks, what I know, for those of y'all that aren't going, what booths are you most looking forward to coverage from? We'll be moving around a little bit on Friday and Saturday. Most of that will be at the FerraMonster Wixco booth. But Sunday, I'll be bouncing around. And Sunday, the makers and the business owners will have more time to talk because it's not nearly as slammed. Though some of the stuff will be gone. They are adorable. I love bully breeds, but the small bully breed I want is a miniature bull terrier. Yeah, the Demco booth, faux show. Demco for show. I definitely won't get a chance to buy a PM2 Tanto from Blade HQ at Blade Show. I know they're only bringing a limited amount, and early birds are going to snap those up. And if I'm working a booth, I wouldn't feel good purchasing a knife until early bird was done, because it's not fair that I can already be in there before everybody. And so early birds need a chance first. Demco, AB Dub. Yes, want to see what they bring in. AB Dub has some phenomenal pricing, and that's a blade that I'm planning, or a booth that I'm planning on getting to, because they have some other knives that I would like to add to the collection. And I might come out of Blade with a new AB Dub. I love this slip joint. TRM, you know you're going to get coverage of the TRM booth. Because I'm going to be kicking it with my homies, Marianne Les, Emily, all the awesome ladies. Robert Willoughby, what it do? Your boxer guy, but love bully breeds too. Hell yeah. Kane Miranda, member of Kripple Krew Inc. Oh yes. Yeah, I plan to get one when they drop at Blade Show. I mean at Blade HQ's later on. I think they said July. I have to get in on that PM2 Tanto. I don't care what steel they end up running it in. I don't know if they already showed what steel they're in. Of course, I would love for them to bring back the M4 exclusive, but I don't think that's what they're doing. I wouldn't be surprised if we're getting them in MagnaCut this time. Been lurking, says Kane. That ABW's the only one that doesn't bore you on site. Yeah, I love this slip joint. I don't own very many slip joints, and I tried for a while to add one to my daily rotation, and it just didn't work for me. This was always on my grail list. And the Devo nip slip. I still want a nip slip. That one has that awesome choil, so you actually can bear down and work on it because there's no chance of closing it on your hand unless you've got monstrously fat fingers. But this one right here, I have loved since they dropped the smooth versions. When they started dropping texture, oh yeah, Mrs. Deadly picked this one, bought this one for me for our 25th anniversary. I have carried it every day since I've owned it. Every single day I have a slip joint on me now. And it's one I like using. The size, I thought it was going to be too small. The size is great because it's not meant to be a working, a hard work knife. But that hollow ground magnet cut is so nice. Love the AB Dub slip joint. Definitely got to check them out. Picking up the kid from school. Roger that. So I am planning on going live for sure Saturday on my normal time slot from the FMK booth and then walking around a little. Now, what I can't guarantee is going to be the quality of the feed because I don't know what my data is going to look like in there. So while I do plan on going live, we'll see how it rolls. But yes, Saturday, Stabby AF Saturdays this week will be live from Blade Show. Yeah, I like dog. I like dog. I like mutts. It is M4? Oh, new pants time. New pants time. I have an exclusive Warney in CTSX HP. I got to get that exclusive Tanto in Info to go with my Info Jimbo and Manix 2 Lightweight. M4 has proven to be one of my favorite user steals, and I am so excited that they're using it for the Tanto. I will have to get in on that. Like, I don't have a choice, but I have to get in on that. I love Spyderco's M4. Plus, I would like to get it. I would be happy to have an S30B Tanto in the collection, but I would prefer to have an exclusive. Thinking 4 for sure. Yes. Yeah, that 4V smock looks so tempting, especially 229, like a regular smock price for the exclusive 4V. Some of the exclusives off they could have gotten away with 289, 299, and people would have paid it. 229 was definitely fair. Oh yeah, let's take a look at the puppers from Gabe Harlan. And it looks like we got okay. I see you, Robert. Let's share the bumpers from Gabe Harlan. You know I love the bumper shots. Kripple Krew for life. Yeah, look at the Pomsky. Oh no, that's just the height. It's not a Pomsky, is it? Look at the puppies. Little fluffers. I think those are Pomskys. Fluffy little butt. Well, that one. I don't know what that guy is. He looks like a fox. He looks like a Pomsky. You little bumpers. Love seeing you cripple critters. And this. Oh, it's right on the damn picture. Look at that compound ground. M4 Tanto. I want the DLC. I would take either. I want that DLC. I want that DLC. I kind of wish they did the Jade on him again. Ran him with Jade and M4. But they're going to be changed anyway. The scales and clip would get swapped out immediately. But, oh, yes, I am getting one. Yes, faux show. Look at that right there, baby. CPM or HW WD Charlie. CPM M4 can't wait. M4's your favorite? Shaped like a straight razor, hollow ground. Shameless plug. Don't forget to follow Boss Beast. He's going to be doing a giveaway soon on Instagram, folks. Brown one is a Pomsky and the white is a... Okay, what is that? I don't even know what that is. Almost seems like you're cussing at me in some other language. It's obviously a husky mixed with something smaller. Yeah. Husky Mo. I still don't know what that means. Is it a different in which parent is which? Like, I'm not up on that. I just have a massive husky. And honestly, had never wanted a husky in my life. That was a Mrs. Deadly dream. I mean, I love my Saint Boy. I love my Giant. I told her if we were getting the dog she wanted, I was picking the puppy. And when I saw when they were 2 days old how much larger he was than everybody else, I knew he was the one. Yeah, it looks like a Polish swear word. I know. I was like, are you cussing me out? I don't know the difference. I tell you though, folks, I am excited. Very excited to handle the Little Dixon. Wow. Clip that one, huh? But the full-size Dixon is a badass knife. Even if I prefer the Mac 2. But I can't wait to check out the Little Dixon. Is between Siberian Husky and an American Eskimo dog. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I'm with you. By the way, I do still have a couple of knives for sale, folks. Yeah, that's a DBDism for the books. If I sell the SHF, I might get a Mac 2. But SHF, like new, in box with the extra upgrade titanium entropic tie pocket clip and filler tab that aren't on it right now. Perfect condition. Like a $200 discount at $475, or what did I say? $450 for Kripple Krew Inc. members. $450 for a Spartan Harsey. That's a deal, folks. I also still have the Orbital Callisto, if anybody's interested, with 154 cm micarta, titanium backspacer, and pocket clip. C, 3 1/4 inch. $450, brother. This thing is one of the most ergonomic knives of any type of lock that I've ever handled. It locks you in. And there's jimping on the frame and back here that both really help with traction. You have a 4-inch Royal Flush? Well, it would be nice to add a 3 1/4 inch Stormwatch with the discontinued entropic tie finish to the collection. S45VN. You get the, like I said, you get the upgrade entropic kit. So the reason I put the bronze back on is this is the first entropic I liked because it looks more like an oil slick to me than lightning. I like the muted colors. The upgrade filler tab and pocket clip are a bright entropic, and it actually brings the blue out a lot more in the knife. And I wanted the subdued colors, so I went back to the bronze. But this has 0 marks anywhere on it. Kelly never carried it. I carried it slightly. It cut paper. You know, faux fitty is a killer deal. Hit me up on Instagram, Robert. The Orbital Knives Callisto. This is brand new in box. Titanium, like I was saying, backspacer, pocket clip, micarta with 154 cm. This one has been out of stock for quite a while. This was a Blade Show West score. $75 or $60 for Kripple Krew Inc. members. And that is shipped CONUS. International, we can figure it out, but shipped CONUS. And then the North Mountain Blade Lucky Dog and San Mai SLD Magic. Brand new in box. I've never carried this knife. This has the largest Lee Williams kickstop flipper tab I have ever seen. Listen to that mechanical sound. I love that double click. That double click of the Lee Williams kickstop is so cool. This is a knife with just insane ergos, made for doing hard work. at that sand my SLD sand my SLD magic with that SLD magic core. 125 or a flat honey for Kripple Krew Inc. members shipped. A flat honey for Kripple Krew Inc. members. All right, I'm not going to talk about those anymore. I want to know what y'all want to talk about. What do you, stop doing that, camera. What do you have on the way? What do you have in the wish list? Do you have anybody scoring you something by proxy at the show? The new James brand box cutters are pretty. Oh, Northbound Blade does have the fin finish down 100%. Absolutely. The BB&M, one of my favorite knives, one of my favorite frame locks ever. 59 is not bad at all, but I do want to show you something real quick. Let me pull something up. So y'all know that I've been repping. So let me make sure it's on here before I say it. Where is it? Let me go. Let me go to all. Have they not uploaded it yet? Or are they sold out and waiting for more? I'm looking for something real quick. And I'm not seeing it here. One more page. If I don't see it here, I'll show it in the other place I can share it from. Okay. They're not on there yet. She must be sold out. Oh, I did. That's right. She was sold out. She has more coming in, and there's one on the way to me right now. Let me show you here. Boom. Oh no, you can't tell me they're not showing here either. Sort by newest. Okay, they're not here either. So I'm going to show you on Instagram. We do something. Nah. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Satellite radio. On y'all with the boom, boom. All right. Now we're going to share this screen. These are coming. $19. Wow. Have a 3V version of a Microtech Stitch Auto on layaway at AZ Custom Knives, and your St. Nick's Smock should be here tomorrow. Whoa, that is sick, brother. Ultim James brand box cutter. Oh, the Endoraptor's coming to you after Blade Show. I got to check out the Corey Hawley booth for sure. Yeah, let me, oh, Mike John sent the gift. Thank you, Mike John. You know what? We are going to give Mike John a TRM salute for sending the flashing light siren. Uncle Alert. gift. I appreciate you, brother. Bye the mic. Thank you for the support, brother. That's awesome. And I wanted to click that, but now we're going to share the screen. I bet. Stop doing that, camera. Let's do this. Whoop. And then whoop. See if you focus. There we go. Now, from North Mountain Blade is coming one of the dopest utility knives yet. This is the Grant Knives Gripper utility knife. It has all the titanium chunkiness build of the Gripper, but with a toolless replaceable blade. I have one of these on the way. When these are available on the EDC Gear Zone or North Mountain Blade, you can use code DBD to get the dopest box cutter. Mine is coming from EDC Gear Zone. Huge shout out to my homegirl Octavia. I don't know which one she sent me, and I don't care, honestly. That is, where was the other one? There it is. That thing is so sick. Yeah, you've got a beautiful, beautiful choke up spot right there that protects your finger. All the jimping in the world. Man's jimping. Oh, I can't wait to get one of those in hand, folks. Don't forget to check out the Illuminati Twisted Sis Dojo. You've got the Grand Gripper in 3V. But that is a sick looking box cutter. Yay. Badass emojis showing support from Mike John and the gift. Jimping and pimping for show. For show. We're going to look at the Ultim Palmer. I've looked at the Palmer before, but I don't remember seeing the Ultim Palmer. Share this screen. Oh, that is clean. That is clean. I wish this gave you more edge. At least half the blade. But for opening packages, that one's pretty dope. $59 for aluminum. And all kinds of colors. Oh, but they also have a clear mulberry, they call it. I'll dig it. I dig it. You know, my favorite utility blade is the Razor Shark from Demco. Getting a true shark lock. But I'm excited for that gripper. I know, right? They're getting too cool. I'm getting to where I think I might have to design a utility blade, a replaceable blade. Maybe based on Glideman ergos. Who knows? We'll see. Because if I do a replaceable blade, I'll probably end up doing it with FerraMonster or Wixco. Really like to have something like that on the Wixco line. A cool utility knife. Yeah, that sounds dope, Jake. I think I saw that one on there, but after I showed the mulberry one, I stopped sharing the colors. So I will say, you guys know I think the Exceed Designs Co. Tyrant has to be one of the dopest replaceable blade knives ever made with that hot swap tech. We might as well bust this out again since we still have it here. Put all this stuff away. This is not my knife. But I like the way that they do the replaceable blade for the Tyrant Ultra. Let's pop out the warning and we will pop in the utility blade. And now we have a utility blade with just over half the edge. And look at that jimped choke up area. Like, it's very comfortable to get a good grip on. And it looks like that choke up area on the gripper utility knife is going to be awesome too. But this hot swap is something else. We're going to go back to the warning. Notice I put the tip cover on whenever I switch. Oh, and even this blade swaps out without tools. Like, such an awesome setup. There we go. Click back in. Let's remove the utility blade. Let's slide in our warning. Click, click, boom. Love it. For only 30. Let's take a look at that because I have North Mountain pulled up because I was looking for the gripper utility on there. Gear. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the crowbar beer opener. This is a pretty cool tie for very little. It's $27 actually after code DBD. Yeah, I like the grip area up here. You've got the slotted wrench with a lot of size variation. The bottle opener, of course. The 4mm bit holder that, or quarter inch, I don't know, that locks it. It doesn't have a pass through. I like that. Ooh, 3 colors. I like both of these, the brown and the black. That's a nice price. I dig it. I dig it. $27 for titanium after my code. I just went straight to gear. And there's not a lot in gear. I didn't go to all to find that. Hey, just trying to save folks money, right? Looking at 4 titanium pry bars from where I'm sitting. I don't need more. Yeah, you're talking to yourself, but you know you're full of shit. Well, and it's never about need. It's never about need. But $27 for that good looking titanium pry bar? Psh, you don't need it. But there's no reason not to. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong with that pride. Not for $27. You really can't. So, oh, looks like we got another picture. Oh, we're going to share this one from B&A. We're going to share this one from B&A. If Garrett's still here, he'll really like this one, but I think Garrett went to bed. Yeah, for that price, you might as well get 2. I mean, for that price, you really should. $54 for 2 titanium price. That's a great gift for someone. A giveaway, or, you know, check out this pic from B&A. Yeah, get exactly early Christmas gift type stuff for that price. Look at the beautiful toys from B&A. Whoops. I love that with the flag in the back. Children's playground and adult playground. Really like tie pry bars, but I barely use them. Yeah, early stocking stuff for gifts stuff. I have a few. The one that I've used the most is the one that's the most pain in the butt to carry. But this is one I use all around the house. It's so long that I prefer to carry shorter ones when I'm out and about. But this goes in my backpack or my sling bag. Because I always have a sling bag with me for meds and such. And EDC, of course. And this goes in the sling bag. But this Flightanium pry bar, it isn't available. This was gifted to me by Flightanium last Christmas with the toolbox and a bunch of other stuff. This long, slim pry, you can see from the coating, I've used the crap out of this one. Used to have a job where I actually needed little pry bars. Now I don't. Well, just because you don't need it at work, I mean, you won't need it sometime. Don't think of it as buying another pry bar. Think of it as buying another titanium bottle opener. Yeah, this guy gets pretty thin. And I've been able to use this one a fair amount. Snap the knife blade prying on it, so I always carry a pry bar now. Yeah, I have pries with me at all times. But one of the ones that I carry most frequently, because it's in my pouch, which should be right here. Where'd I put my pouch? It's only right here. There's one pouch, two pouch, red pouch, blue pouch. Except I don't have blue pouches. Oh, where is my easy pouch? Oh, it's right here, isn't it? Yes, it is. Duh, right, it's supposed to be. This is the one that I carry quite a bit. The Opry Pro. I like the way it stores the bits, and I have used the heck out of these T6 and T8 bits when I've been out and about and needed to tighten something. And you know, you've got the pry, the bottle opener, and the oxygen rich, of course. You can use the bits here or in the end. But one of the reasons that I keep this one with me a lot is because I can't yell. I used to have a voice that carried. And like I was always the loudest parent at sporting events. My voice could carry across the field to my kids. They could hear me all the time. I don't have a yelling voice at all. I don't have volume. So I like the Opry Pro because of the whistle. I can get attention if I need to with the whistle. But when these are available, they are more expensive than that dope $27 Opry. I mean, North Mountain Blade. Your Olay Pry and the Burning Staples Forge. Yeah, all the Lynch ones are great. Like the All Access Pass. I mean, they've got so many types. But they do sell quickly. Yeah, Clayton's doing awesome all around. But yeah, his pries are really dope. I dig them. Gotta get my ears lowered. Have a good day, homie. Take it easy. I think we're about to jump off of this stream anyway, because I got a lot to get ready today and tomorrow. Man, I still got to get some content recorded as well today and tomorrow, besides deciding. And now the hardest part of packing is always deciding which knives you're bringing on a trip. And with Blade Show, you want to bring a ton, right? Because you want to show off all of your dopest dope. So you want to have just, pockets and pockets full of the coolest knives you got. But you also know that while you're there, you're going to be getting knives, putting those in your pockets and slipping some of the others into your backpack. Always bring a backpack. But yeah, it's like, how many do I bring? How much am I going to show off of what I've got versus what I get? Packing the knives is always the hardest part. I appreciate you, Jay Wesley. Burning Staples Forge. Check out that live right after this. And as a matter of fact, let me take something real quick and copy something. I'm going to do something right quick before we shut down. Let me go. Where to go? Here. And then, man, I can't wait. I'm so stoked to meet more of the Kripple Krew. I really, truly am. Even more than any of the other stuff that we're going to be doing. Getting new knives, anything like that. I can't wait to meet more of the crew. All right, now, when I shut this stream down, it's automatically going to take you to the Burning Staples Forge. I'm going to see the Bluminati carry first. Just got in out of the rain, eating and lurking. See you in Atlanta. Hell yeah, Jim Miller. Can't wait to meet you, brother. We're going to look at the Bluminati carry. Oh, no, no, no. Look at that. Got the Bluminati Dojo Talon. We've got the Wingspan by Brother Loot. We've got the KC Tornado, the Blue NATO, the the Orlock by our homeboy Terry, and a big ass crow where it should have landed in the first place. Beautiful carry, Brother Blue, with the blue or the help with gadgets, Hank, or help with gadgets coin. We've got the disabled but deadly gimp tag, the Bluminati Ranger Eye, and the Wyvern Kodiak. Hank, awesome carry, brother. Trouble Bunny, member of Kripple Krew Inc. It's good to see you, sis. And I'm definitely looking forward to meeting you and Sean at the show. Mrs. Deadly and I are looking forward to it. But you did come in right as I gotta close it down and get to work. So, folks, stay where you are. When this ends, it's going to redirect you to where Brother Clayton is hanging out with Donnie B. So, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Trouble Bunny, smashing all them likes. Everybody that's going, travel safe. Everybody that's not, have a phenomenal weekend, and I'll try to get you coverage of everything you ask for. Until next time, Kripple Krew, stay safe, stay frosty, but most importantly, Kripple Krew, stay freaking deadly.